Whenever Disney announces a new film, it's either a massive hit or a massive miss. They just don't really understand what audiences want most of the time, yet they keep pushing out tons of content, hoping something will stick, and the latest trailer to release for the new reboot of Peter Pan has gone up online, and it is getting destroyed by upset fans who, of course, are mad at the CGI, a race swap, and changes to the source material. I have a bunch of different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So I wanted to start off with this Cosmic Book News article, Disney's Peter Pan and Wendy trailer disliked to Oblivion, and most of the time when I have to talk about new teasers and trailers releasing, it is because they are getting massively ratioed, and this one is no different. So it says, similar to Disney's The Little Mermaid, fans are also disliking the new Peter Pan and Wendy trailer to Oblivion on YouTube. The trailer was released on Tuesday for Disney Plus, where it has been watched over 500,000 times on the official Walt Disney Studios YouTube channel. However, fans aren't happy with what they are seeing, judging from the likes to dislikes ratio, as at the time of this article's release, it was at 63,000 dislikes to 18,000 likes, and it is much worse now, as you can see. It is sitting at over 1.1 million views in less than a day, 27,000 likes to nearly 150,000 dislikes. So people are very, very upset with this and are not amused with the content that Disney is giving us. Now, this trailer has several problems, and I can't actually show the trailer because apparently Disney is claiming a lot of the reaction videos that are going up online, but it is a very bland trailer. Okay, first of all, major problem, CGI. This is supposed to be Neverland. It's supposed to be, this very magical, uplifting place. And unfortunately, it looks dull. It looks dreary. Very similar problems to the Little Mermaid live action, because this just does not look good. It looks boring. It looks just bland. The lighting is awful. Overall, there are some major problems here. There's only 2 moments of CGI that I think actually look cool, like this scene. That actually looks cool with the cracked glass and the glowing light. And then, one of the other things that actually looks decent are the mermaids. The problem with the Little Mermaid live action are the fact that, mermaids and the sea looks awful, but the mermaids here actually look pretty solid, which I'm happy to see. But there are some other major issues, and one that people are, of course, talking about is Tinkerbell. Now, I just want to say inclusivity and diversity are generally very good things, but changing characters and stories to, promote these things instead of simply writing new characters that can stand on their own are insults to new fans and old ones. And of course, they have decided to completely change Tinkerbell. As you can see, this is our new Tink, and everyone is pretty furious over this. Now, Tinkerbell was such a hit. She has become, basically, the unofficial mascot of this whole entire company, and what does that version of the character look like? What has she looked like since 1953 when Disney made the Peter Pan film and canonized her? She was fair-skinned, blonde-haired, and blue-eyed. She has gotten her own movie spin-offs like Pixie Hollow. She got an entire universe because she was so popular. She is arguably the second most recognized character after Mickey Mouse, and they, of course, have decided to change her now. Even in the 2003 live-action Tinkerbell was blonde with blue eyes. Now, originally, when she was, shown for the first time in a play, she was just a speck of light, but she has definitely grown into the version of the character that we know. And there was one other pretty well-known version of her in 1991's Hook when Julia Roberts played her and had ginger hair, but that was a very different version of this character because, of course, Peter Pan was also very aged up, and even that aged up Julia Roberts version is highly criticized. After this trailer dropped, people have been talking about Tinkerbell, and a lot of memes about Julia's Tink have been shared, so people are still, not even happy really with that version of her, even though she, of course, is a very well-known actress. The point is that she has had a very clear image that they have marketed a ton over the years, but we know why they're doing this. We know that they took a character as iconic as Tinkerbell and are changing her because they want out with the old and in with the new. They're doing it with Ariel in The Little Mermaid, they're doing it with Snow White in the remake, and now with Tinkerbell. There were darker skinned fairies in Pixie Hollow. Why not make a movie with one of those characters? Give her a new, original, unique, and great story instead of taking a character like this and changing her. All this does is upset people who know this character a certain way, but it's like they know that. This is of course, modern reimagining meant to ruin our images of these characters. She's also not the only character that's different, because they also decided to take the Lost Boys and add girls, which makes no sense besides that they wanted to add more girls for inclusivity's sake. The Lost Girls in this are even offended because Wendy asks, "But you're not boys, why are you here?" And they snap at her and go, "So?" It's like they want people to be mad at this movie because they probably know it's going to get a lot of eyes on it. It's going to blow the trailers up, and, well, it could potentially lead them to more money. That's at least what they're hoping. Of course, it really doesn't, because so many people will boycott this film and end up saying, "I'm not wasting my time watching this. I'm not going to subscribe to Disney Plus just to watch this," but they believe it's going to make them, of course, look better and maybe one day lead to more money. And of course, like I mentioned, almost 150,000 dislikes, and there are nearly 10,000 comments where people are just memeing and mocking this movie, just laughing at their decision. The first cartoons are forever in heart. No remake will replace them. I actually thought the first Disney live actions were pretty okay, like the Cinderella one from 2015, the Beauty and the Beast one from 2017, the Lion King one, of course, was just like this major CGI fest, but I didn't think that those were bad because they did capture that Disney magic. They were bright and vibrant, and they had good music and good acting, and they felt very magical in a Disney sense, but these ones just, they have no passion. Again, they're dull, they're boring, like they just don't look exciting at all. I love the part where Peter Pan said, "Wendy, let's go to Neverland because it's too expensive to go to Disneyland." One of the most epic lines in all of cinema. People are absolutely roasting them over this right now, and I do think that it's pretty telling that they're not putting this in theaters. This is just a Disney Plus release, so maybe it had a, lower budget, and they figured, it's gonna have some problems, so we're just gonna shove it onto Disney Plus. But it just shows that they don't really have a lot of faith in this movie, and it's, again, probably just lower budget. But as you can see, people are absolutely roasting Peter Pan and Wendy currently. Almost 150,000 dislikes. Everyone seems to be pretty upset with the changes that they're making to the source material, to Tinkerbell, and of course, the CGI just looks really, really poor. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.